Mr. President, as this session of Congress draws to a close, it provides us with an opportunity to acknowledge and express our appreciation to those members of the Senate who will be retiring in a few weeks. One of those who will be retiring and will be greatly missed is Dan Coats of Indiana. Dan has had an interesting career, and through his more than 15 years in the Senate has made a difference. He's been a reliable vote for the best interests of his home state and the future of the nation, and he leaves behind a legacy of which he should be very proud. Dan's first years of service in the Congress began in 1981, when he served in the House of Representatives. He was then appointed to the United States Senate when Dan Quayle was elected Vice President. He served in the Senate from 1989 to 1999, when his self-imposed term limit pledge brought to an end his first years in the Senate. It wasn't long thereafter that Dan was again asked to serve, this time as ambassador to Germany. He arrived in Germany and took up his service there just before our nation experienced the tragic event of September 11. Our relationship with our allies took on prime importance after that, and we were fortunate to have Dan abroad to maintain our strong friendship with the German government and people. Several years later, Indiana's Senate seat was open again, and Dan took up the challenge to run again to serve the people of his home state in the United States Senate. The people of Indiana and our nation, conservatives and people of faith, have been fortunate to have Dan to rely on. He's been a steady and dependable force for taking better care of our nation's finances and keeping a close watch on our security. Last year, after a great deal of prayer and thought and consideration, Dan did announce that he would not be running for another term in the Senate. It was a decision he made once again with the people of his home state in mind. He has always been determined to have the best representatives in place to serve the people of Indiana and address those issues that most concern them. With that in mind, Dan announced that he believed, quote, "the time has come to pass this demanding job to the next generation of leaders." We'll miss Dan. We'll miss his background and experience. We'll miss his reasonable, appropriate, and well-timed comments and his ability to get results. I look forward to his next challenge or adventure and know that he'll continue to look out for what's best for our nation and our people. Dan's been a great source of strength and support for our party, and he will be missed. To you, Dan, Diane and I join in sending our best wishes and our appreciation to you and Marcia. Together, you've been great examples of the importance of public service. The organization you founded, the Foundation for American Renewal, and the Project for American Renewal that you created have helped you to focus on and work towards solutions to many of our problems. That's also a part of your legacy and why you will continue to receive the recognition you deserve. You've also been a part of a number of community and volunteer organizations, and for these and so many more reasons, we thank you and Marcia for devoting so much of your life to making our nation a better place to live. You've certainly achieved that goal, and we wish you both the best.